Welcome to VFX and Chill with Hashi and Seth. I am
What's up?
The aforementioned Seth. That is Hashi. This is the live show, very first episode of VFX and Chill. In case you missed the 85 promos we posted, or the 85 times we posted this promo, in this show, Hashi and I will have prepared absolutely nothing, and we will be breaking apart a visual effects shot or several visual effects shots to see how they work or see how we can put them back together again using our own tricks and things. And the idea here is to stumble upon fun things to learn and make mistakes and look like idiots. And we're off to a great start. Hashi, how are you, sir?
Doing very well, Seth. Well done on the intro. Welcome,
thank God.
everybody.
I'm done for the day.
A lot of my fun nerds in the chat, which is delightful. Shout out to, we got Jason Murphy in here, Blake Rizzo, and I see a Todd Vaziri as well. Which means,
Todd Vaziri?
Today's special is comping promotional text into trailer clips.
3D, actually. It's going to be 3D. Pull quotes from this is a deep pull inside joke from VFX Twitter, which I think this is the audience. If there's going to be an audience for that, it's going to be this one.
Absolutely.
So I've completely forgotten the structure we practiced for this. So let's talk about it. First off, is my hoodie see-through? I feel like I just saw a ship fly through my hoodie. It shouldn't be. It's blue and I'm on green.
It's a visual effect. We're very good at
an intentional one,
guys.
Yeah.
I don't think we had any structure planned aside from I was going to ask you how you were doing. You're asking me how I'm doing, and
check. We did it.
Yeah, we could jump right over to some stuff we're excited about.
Well, first we probably should make everyone know that that we can hear you and see you, or not hear you and see you. But I mean, I am outside one of your windows, so whoever that is, you win a free Maxon suite if you find me outside your window. But we can see the chat here. If you've got questions, we have professionals standing by to either answer your questions for us or pull them aside and tell us in midstream. So we have all kinds of channels open to be able to talk about you, talk to you, talk, etc. So please, seriously, shout out, don't be quiet. Hashi, again, we prepared nothing, but we did come to the table with an effect that we'd love to try and recreate today. You want to take it from here?
Sure, absolutely. I was excited to hear the announcement of the sequel to Attack the Block, which I often out loud say Attack of the Block, which diminishes my street credit.
The block is on the receiving end of said attack.
Yes, Attack the Block. But they've announced a sequel to that. And one of the images that came up when they were showing that reminded me of how cool those monster alien things were. The ones were basically the darkest thing on screen. No real
except
lighting,
their mouth.
Super eerie. Yes.
Except for their mouth glows blue. It's the coolest idea.
Very cool. So I like the idea of those things. And also I thought that would be a fun see how quickly you could pull off a monster effect, which were specifically the types of effects I wanted to avoid on the show, were like character animation stuff, because character animation.
Yeah, I love that we're starting off this week, this show with character animation. Hashi, I know we had some difficulty getting you to see the live stream, but I've got one of our favorite clips, spoiler alert, from the very end of the movie up. The awesome Moses versus the Monsters scene, which is one of my favorite score cues of all time. It's called Moses versus the Monsters, and it's a good track to listen to before our general meetings to get pumped up and fight aliens and pitch projects. So we can see right here above us on this fine screen. This scene has a bunch of these furry, and what's great is they look so cute.
Things.
Other than
they're adorable.
Yeah, other side. There you go.
Other side.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at all those monsters coming in from
We
the.
we literally 30 seconds leading up to this shoot, we couldn't figure it out. OBS was not giving us our virtual camera, so Hashi can't see the live show. He's just having to trust me on what I'm telling him is happening. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here and actually to a good clip here and kind of show the audience what we are trying to recreate here. It's these guys. They are furry teddy bear looking things that are horrifying with their awesome glowy teeth and mouths. And again, obviously, Hashi, like you said, we want to approach this from a 3D standpoint, right? We don't want to, because my thing is to immediately 2.5D it because that's what I know how to do.
Absolutely. I mean, like ideal scenario, you just build this suit. You go down to your local fabric store, buy some very expensive long fur, cloth, and put this together.
And that's what we're gonna do. Come with me, everyone, as we walk down. No, I'm just kidding. There's literally nothing. It's just a green screen. We're done.
Oh man, and yeah, and Stu Maschwitz is here with us as well, so we can't.
I sensed him as well. I felt his presence. Too many Jedi in this meeting.
So when I saw this and I think of character animation, I immediately think of just grabbing other people's work and trying to mash it into something usable. So I'm going to attempt that by checking out one of my favorite websites, which is Sketchfab. And what's fun about Sketchfab is you can just look up anything. Like I'm going to look up something that's running and downloadable and animated. And I'm going to show restricted, you guys. Buckle in. So like, look at this. We immediately have, when you go to Sketchfab, there will be really cool things that were made by other humans that, like a quadruped running, which is phenomenal. And he's probably a Creative Commons model. Look at that. See? And I like this website because it's so
free,
accessible.
I mean,
and so yeah. Oh, look, we got a werewolf.
Sketchfab is absurd that you're like, oh, that's clearly a paid for model, and you're like, nope, this is something someone has put up online for people to use.
Absolutely. So, and if you like using Sketchfab, I'm going to recommend this cool extension for Cinema 4D called the Sketchfab Importer, which looks like this. It's very lovely. I'm going to try that same search again in here, actually. I'm going to say running, animated, uncheck the staff pick. Oh, and I'll connect as well. Connected as Hashi. And look, here we go. There's that cheetah running. And when you highlight them, you can see, like, look, it's a 1.61 megabyte file. That's delightful. So I can just click on that. And let's shout out to Avinas, who put this lovely running cheetah up with a Creative Commons attribution. And I've
thank you for all of your running cheetahs, everyone.
Yes, that sheet. All right, let's see. So what have we got here? We've got very tiny. There we go. A very tiny model that. Oh, there's a little marker I see for his loop point probably. So it looks like we've got a 15-second run cycle. So 0. Let's see if 0 and 15 are the same. Okay, so really it's a 14 unique frame run cycle, right? So what I would do immediately is chop off all of that. So I just have a nice, running loop. And then let's see, what have we got this guy made out of? I'm gonna dial open this stuff. I don't know if I have, I remember at one point I was going to try to make it so I could, does that zoom in for people? Does that help?
It did.
See things more? Cool. So anyway, over here, whenever you import something that is pre-animated to Cinema, likely there is an animated skeleton somewhere in here. It looks like it's down here. You'll be able to tell it's a skeleton by those icons right there. So we've got this nice skeleton down here, which I'm actually going to hide because I don't really need to see it while I'm doing this stuff. I'm going to focus on the skin of the cheetah. And let's look at how it's made. All right, it's made much bigger than the initial thing. And it also doesn't look a ton like those monsters, if you remember it. But it does have a lot of the same elements. And that's all that I need to cheat a shot.
It doesn't look
so
a ton.
Cheat. Oh. So I'm just going to select some random.
We're entering the point where I'm not even sure if Hashi can hear me. He's in the zone.
I'm in the zone. Yeah, I've blocked out all other sensory perception, and now I'm going to do what a lot of. Yeah. This is very gross, but I'm just going to select all the points from this cheetah's head and just delete them. I'm so sorry. It's very disturbing, but
someone's keeping tabs this episode. How many cheetahs have we decapitated so far? One.
Yes, I mean. Yeah, but I mean, decapitating, polygonal cheetahs does support, the habitats for, that's the most disturbing thing you'll see today. Look at that. This is a cheat I like to do sometimes.
Make it
instead of closing a hello, sir. So I'm just messing with these polygons and hoping that if I were to, oh goodness, this size disparity thing is ridiculous. So obviously this model is much smaller than the cheetah, and I want to scale it up. And I've messed this up before, but if it's an object with animation baked in, you got to select that, right? And then, yeah.
Blake Rizzo is pointing out that we could have picked a slightly less endangered species to be messing with.
Listen, every time you decapitate a cheetah,
an angel gets its wings.
An angel gets its wings, and it supports. It does, unfortunately, support the habitat of polygonal.
It supports the WWF, the Worldwide Wrestling Foundation.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to. So to explain to people where I'm going to go with this is, I like this mesh, but I'm not really going to use this mesh. I actually have an idea that to make this a big furry object, I'm going to import this animated cinema 4D file into After Effects and then use it to drive the particle creation in Form, where I could add some big furry sprites that just look like big shaggy black fur. So that's where I'm going to go with this. So let's go back to the actual model in point mode and delete some more things. They don't have tails, as I recall. So we're going to chop off the tail there. And oh man, I know I said that the head was going to be the most disturbing thing we did all morning. But
no, thank you. And I think closing it will make it worse. So I'm just gonna pull it over to this tab and do this bit. just
lovely.
You work on,
right?
We'll move. Oh gosh, what did I just move?
All right, so now we have a decapitated animated cheetah, which let's see. Let me switch out of point mode and let's go back to. All right, we got this kind of cool thing. Now, it's a very fast run, but they're fast runners. And you know what? When I move this into Form, it's going to try to use these all the polygon points as a way to generate particles that are fuzzy. So if I look at this model and really think about which areas are point dense, it's got a pretty even distribution around a lot of it, but these nails are superfluous. And
interrupting to say, Stu is recommending you use beam. We haven't seen enough beam used yet.
Oh, you wait for the beam, Stu. You know we're gonna bring the beam.
I think Stu always waits for the beam. Perpetual state.
Yeah, he waits for the beam to drop. Is how the kids say it. All right, I am chopping off.
If you're just tuning in, Hashi has almost fully dismembered this cheetah.
This is a habit of mine. I've got to rid myself of this at some point.
I'm going to double check and make sure I didn't check made for kids in YouTube. Because
you know what, they've got to learn sometime if we don't educate them. about this. All right. I just grabbed my under mesh. There's the pull brush or the grab brush, pull grab. It's all the same. I do I work for this company, Seth? I don't remember.
Look, you work for this company. I work for this company.
For
I
now,
am so
for
lost
now.
already. So
All right. So we've kind of made cowified this cheetah.
what the hell
Using the
kind of
pull
cows
brush.
do you have in your cabin that you live in? I ran out of words to use in that joke.
That was good.
That's not a cow. That is
No.
a space
But
station. Something horrible.
Look at this beautifulness that we've created here. Okay, so I feel like this is approaching what we kind of need.
Yeah.
You know
What
what's
we
a
all need, what the world needs.
Oh, look at this. This is a new feature of screen sharing 400 things. All right, I'm going to save this project because, when you don't, there can be dire consequences. So
Yeah, the world
I
may
recommend,
not get that.
and look at that. I already created a folder for today. Are you proud of me? I'm going to call this Monster. You see, this is where my stage jitters will come
I
up.
understand completely.
Typing live.
Mine is finding a file in a screen share. If I'm sharing my screen in like a class or something and I can't find a file, I feel the weird need to narrate what I'm doing. It's almost like I'm in radio and have to fill the air somehow. So I'll normally just start, and I'm checking for this and I'm looking for that. And my students who paid to be there, like pay at a university to sit and listen to this idiot sing to them while he navigates Mac OS.
But in fairness, that usually distracts from like your most recent folder being, screen grabs of.
Where are you going? Keep going with that sentence.
I
want to know. I want to know where you
fill
would
in
go
something
with that sentence.
You're like you putting on a Rococo suit ASMR videos. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah, totally relatable. That's
standard. It's a good feeling. The Velcro sounds and it calms me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up that Sketchfab importer again, and the other element of these guys was the teeth. So I'm just going to look up teeth. I'm going to uncheck staff pick. I think that's the only weak part of this thing is the defaulting to staff pick. Look at that.
Because other than that, we wouldn't get this. Look at these French fry teeth.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh, those are some dental implants. Meshes.
Do not go back to that dentist.
Oof. Okay, so let's say
we can give it a ponytail.
Next thing, teeth. I wonder if I should have looked up maybe jaws. What do you think?
Jaws. Can you say minus shark?
Minus shark, of course.
Are you gonna get a shark and cut the shark off the teeth?
You see, that would work because they have rows of teeth, right?
I guess.
Like they have like teeth
that thing.
on teeth.
That thing right there. I can draw on this, can't I?
Oh, look at this. Wait, let's see. Draw on my screen.
Which one? I was thinking about that one right there.
Ooh, all right. Lovely.
Yeah. No, yeah.
That looks fun. Let's do it.
I did something, guys. I contributed. Our first episode, we're doing all 3D stuff, and I'm over here like, buy these teeth.
Though due diligence, the license for this one is a CC attribution for non-commercial use.
All right, we're out. Sorry, we got to be fully legit here.
Out.
Because we're live. This is how we would operate even if we weren't live. We would 100% pay attention to the licensing.
All right. Everyone, give me a holler once I apply a light wrap to something, so we can text Todd Vaziri to join us again. He's leaving to do like work or something.
What does that guy do?
All right.
Star Wars.
So fine. This doesn't work.
This is weird. Become a weird Todd Vaziri shade.
Oh, okay. Teeth, come on. We got to have Someone has modeled
Keith Hamilton
cooler,
said,
sharp
got here
teeth
late. First thing I hear
than
is
this.
dismembering a cheetah. Am I watching the right show? And the answer, Keith, is yes, you bet your ass you're watching the right show.
Vampire bat skull.
Hey, what tool is Hashi using to select all the points? Was a question.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll show you that because I'll bet we'll need to select some more points if we find some sharp teeth. You see, here's where like it could have been helpful that we researched this ahead of time, but this is exciting.
Or this is what we secretly do to make you think we didn't plan it ahead of time. No, we really didn't. Clearly, we didn't plan it ahead of time. I like how we're marketing it with that as a plus. We didn't plan anything.
Sharp teeth?
We're still looking for teeth.
We're still looking for teeth. I thought this would be the easiest part. This is absurd, but apparently lots of fun like dentist, natural history museum, non-commercial people post teeth scans. I'm running teeth again because fangs.
Yes, I was fangs, or if we get real stupid, you could do spikes and maybe just individually place them. It'll get a little
that's
monotonous.
so much work. Fangs, come on. People like fangs. Things have fangs. Weird mouth. What do you look like? Okay, you're a contender, and you're a Creative Commons attribution from, I'm going to assume you're pronounced artificial.
Artificial. That's what it is. That's how it's pronounced.
Artificial. Thank you for your weird mouth creature, because that's surprisingly.
That's actually a self-portrait. It's exactly what Artificia 701 looks like. So be careful how we describe this model.
Yes. All right. Let's see.
Wait. Vernfield says, why don't you look up monster teeth? Did we type that in?
Oh, yeah. Monster teeth. Whoa. Oh. Ooh. I'm liking this. Okay. Those ones, maybe.
Thank you, Vernfield.
What do we got? Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Here. Now we've got some scariest things going on. Oh, what the heck? That's interesting. Oh, fat mouth. I'm so sorry for the kids who tuned in.
Sorry for those tuning in. Although it is significantly less horrifying than what we were showing before.
Yes.
My brother-in-law is a dentist, and he, no joke, probably has 3D scans of several people's teeth on hand.
Send them over. All right. So I'm going to.
They look like what we're looking for, though. That's a little scary. All right, so what we land with?
Thing. So we went with the weird mouth creature by Artificial. Okay. I'm going to scale this thing up. Wow, it's quite a thing.
Oh God.
Okay. So now this is going to be a weird mishmashing of processes. So I'm going to turn him around, and then I'm going to do sort of what we were doing before with that whole polygon selection deal. So let's move him forward. Let's see how many objects this thing is. This is, okay. So we've got the head, mouth. So those are the eyes. I don't need those. We've got no, don't tell me it's 2 meshes. Okay. 2 meshes and a bunch of subfolders. So we're going to grab these 2. Since this is obviously some kind of weird scan or extrapolation.
Can you merge them as one object or as a?
We can, using the
real quick
object.
Real quick, can you right now answer the question from earlier, which is what tool you were using to select all the points, or we're going to get there?
I will get there, but it is the lasso selection right
lasso
here.
Selection.
Shortcut 8. Boom. Lasso selection, but you also have to note you should be in point mode here. So step back, I created a connect object. And what that does is if I put these 2 weird, actually I should just double check. Are these 2 meshes incompatible as they stand? Let me see. So is this like half the pieces? Oh. Yeah, look at that. This is a like photogrammetry weird situation.
Did they scan a real creature? I'm telling you, it's going to end up being a self-portrait.
All right, so I'm going to put those 2 meshes into a connect object, And on the connect objects settings, I'm also going to have weld checked. Now, if you're doing something like an airplane or a car or something like that, you probably don't want weld checked. But in this case, I do. And what it's going to do is it's going to try to marry all the polygons that are clearly supposed to be in the same place together. And then I can select the connect object and press C to make editable, which is also because, C editable. So yeah, now we just have one mesh. See what I did right there up here. So once I made the connect head mouth disease. See, my humor is mostly going to be repeating Seth sentences back to him.
So it'll be twice the humor.
Twice. Now, this is a dense mesh, but I'm going to use that lasso tool. I'm going to put myself in point mode, and then we're just going to artistically select. Whoops.
Harry Frank is in the chat. Welcome, Harry Frank.
Welcome, Harry. All right. We're just going to... I'm going to select the teeth here, and let's go ahead and, I'm just going to do this. I'll select the inverse and then delete. So now we've got these cool jaw things.
Look at that.
And it's lovely. And you know what I could do even beyond this? Do these overlap at all, the teeth?
No, you want to separate them so you can animate them later, right? Because they're not
Yes. Real. Okay, so this is going to be a tricky operation here. We're going to use the lasso tool again. We're going to dive into point mode on these teeth, and lasso I'm going to do a weird thing.
Bullet gun.
All right, let's select the majority of the bottom of the teeth right here. Okay, we've got all except for these teeth up here. So I'm going to shift select these other points. I got to be careful. I can't grab.
That's where you need
a
stylus, bud. So you can.
Why am I not using my stylus?
Put on your monocle and you can be like Jerry from Jerry's Game in Toy Story 2.
Well, let's see. Oh, but I've got to reach over my. I didn't realize how.
You need like a telescoping monocle or whatever that would be called.
All right. Let's see. I'm working on a Cintiq tablet, which is very nice for when you have to do things like roto brushing.
Hash, are you familiar with the tool fill selection? Not Philip selection. I am told.
Teach me what?
Well, I am told by a little bird named Michael, this bird may or may not work with us, that fill selection would do this faster.
Fill selection. Okay, I need to learn about this. Where is fill selection?
Well,
is it related to content-aware fill?
Related to lasso selection? Would it be in the cursor thing? Is it a different kind of? Nope, it's not. If anyone out there knows where fill selection is, fill select. All right. It's not like I'm doing anything. Let me look.
Well, and also I realized that I meant to be selecting my polygons, not my points.
Not your points.
So I'm still in the lasso selection world. So Michael, our great helper, eat your heart out.
I found a School of Motion article that's going to tell me where it is.
Look at this live research, everybody. Just get these polygons, please. Yeah, this is probably insanely gross to people who know what to do in this scenario. Okay. I think I've selected the bottom-ish half of these jaws now, and now I'm going to right-click and say split. And so now we have this mesh that's that. And then if I go back to my original mesh and basically take this selection that I've selected, I'm going to delete all of those polygons. And now I have two objects. So
Actually, in the interest of learning things, I'm going to ask you something. Right here, this thing, can you click that and get other options? There's polygon selection. There's multiple kinds of selection. Is fill selection anywhere in this toolbar here?
There it is. There it is. Everyone, meet fill selection.
Thank you, School of Motion and Google search for And Michael for teaching me
And
something
Michael.
new.
Amazing. Okay, how do I unzoom? Okay. All right. So now we got 2 teeth objects, and
it's also accessible with the U key, everybody. That's how you can get to fill select. Good old
the
Philip
U
select.
key. Look at that, right there. Right. So let's rename these things. Let's call this the bottom, and let's call this the top. And then their axes are in weird places. They're in the world center over here, right? I'm in object mode, and yeah, their axis is over here. So I'm going to go to mesh axis center. And I'm just going to quickly center the axis of each of these within their points. So I'm just pressing execute on axis center, the default things. It was here under mesh axis center. All right. And now that those are closer, I'm going to go over here and enable my axis transform and move the anchor point of both of these teeth. Let's put the bottom, let's go to a better view. All right, if I anchor these here-ish, I'll anchor them at the front of that jaw. And then same for the top teeth. I'm going to, once again, this part right here, that enable axis thing, which I used to not know why I had messed up my navigation in Cinema, and it was usually that I just hadn't unclicked this thing. But the loveliness about this is that now you'll see these teeth. If I were to
there we go.
Look at that. Now we are talking.
Put me in that cheetah.
So I do love that this has a lip, and I do love it has teeth and stuff. But if we texture these all with the same thing, they're not going to look right. So I think I've got to figure out how to color these differently with some polygon selections or something. So we can go with my old way, which would just be to create a new material. I'll just turn it black like that. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to apply that to this cheetah. How the cheetah lost its stripes by the not problematic Rudyard Kipling. And we will, no, those literature jokes.
Kids literature jokes. I just answer a few questions. 7 lyrical, yes, that would be like the anchor point. Still on fill select, just to really wrap this up and grind it into the ground.
Okay.
You don't just click U, you want to do UF, I'm told. Thank you, Harry, for that wisdom. There's a bunch of wisdom, actually. Make sure if you're watching this, scroll through the chat, because there's a lot of smarter people in here, like giving really good advice on how to do this better than what dummy here's. No, I'm just kidding. Well, than what we're doing.
That is true. The half of the show is probably the content coming from the people who know what they're doing, screaming.
That's the point of the show, is the people who know what they're doing can just take a break for a bit, okay? This is VFX and Chill with Hashi and Seth. It's not VFX and Learn with Harry and Saucy. This is what this is.
All right, so I'm going to do a really, really solid. That was supposed to be an alt. I mean, a control select. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just grabbing some polygon selections, and I'm going to throw on that. Actually, I'm going to select the invert again. I'm sure I could just have done UI there, right?
Sure.
And now I'm going to just drag that black texture over to these. So now we've got a, look at that.
Man.
Lovely, scary teeth. And we're going to do the same for these top teeth. Again, this is, I think I've accused Seth of arts and crafts 3D style 3D software interactions. Yes.
Yeah. Go watch Darker Colors, that big blue monster at the end. I modeled myself, if you can't tell. And much smarter people like Hashi and Matt Hamilton, and I forget the name of our rigger, came in and made it significantly more efficient. But look at this, man. This is so good. Hey, for those just tuning in, going to remind you real quick what we are recreating. We were very inspired by the announcement of the new sequel to Attack the Block in development. We are recreating the monsters, the furry blue-teethed monsters from Attack the Block. Hashi is currently in Cinema 4D. We found some models from Sketchfab, made sure that they were licensable, able to basically we were able to use them without stealing. And Hashi has, through horrifying processes, made them significantly creepier to look at, dismembered them, and putting them together to create our monster right now. These teeth are from a weird teeth stomached monster. The body is from a once majestic, now abomination cheetah. And oh man, this is so smart what you're doing.
I did really enjoy that summary. So I am just making a couple different instances of these teeth and making them rows of teeth. So the way I did that, I just did that really quickly with this top one, and it doesn't really matter if you can't see that stuff in the back. But watch this. If you grab the bottom one, whenever you hold down Control before you move something, or as a command on a Mac, if I'm going to translate it, for example, you hold down Control or Command, and then you drag it and you get a second instance of it. And in this case, I'm just going to drag it back a little bit, scale it down, and allow myself this extra layer of teeth. And I'm also going to do the trick of
you earned it. You earned yourself that extra pair of teeth.
Yeah, look at that. And a good tip whenever you're trying to recreate an effect from something is to never look at it again. just assume that everything is great.
Well, Hashi again is having to do this from memory because I couldn't get the Streamlabs to show him the live stream. So real quick, let's go back, all of us without Hashi, while he continues to work on it blindly. Let's go back and check out our reference here. Let me dial it back to maybe, I know there's a shot where we see a whole bunch of them.
Excellent. In the meantime, I'm just going to be connecting those teeth meshes together and seeing what I get in the background here. So hopefully what I'll have is just two single meshes for my top teeth, my bottom teeth.
Yeah. How many rows of teeth you got in the bottom? 2?
Gosh, I don't know. I did 3 on top and I did 2 on bottom.
Chat, how many rows of teeth you counting in that screen grab? That screenshot up there.
Oh, they've got really distinct like canine fangs, huh?
I mean, this isn't, VFX and perfection with
VFX and like replica prop forum. All right. By the way, shout out to the Replica Prop Forum, which is a fantastic place to go look if you are looking for good reference of anything that you're trying to create.
So I've got Christine Goldby. Hey, Christine.
Hey, Christine.
3 rows of teeth. JC Tecklenburg says 3. Blake Rizzo says 3. Everyone's saying 3. So.
All right. So we got 3-ish.
But for the sake of this, Blake Rizzo says 20. All right, I'm going to go back to Cinema 4D.
All right. So we got our top jaws and our bottom jaws. We ran into the same issue again because I added these teeth. So I'm going to run my little trick of changing the axis center of these meshes by going to I go to the full menu for everything in Cinema because I fear shortcuts in here. But I'm going to execute that to that.
I'm with you. It's kind of like being asked. It's kind of like being asked to park the Enterprise or something. Like, I just don't. I'm going to go exactly where I know things are. I'm not going to trust shortcuts over here.
Mm-hmm.
That was a weird reference. I'm often asked to park large starships for people, and Sorry, you keep teaching these people. I'm gonna just.
It's good. Though undocking spaceships, that the Starship Troopers scene with Christmas Jones or whatever cannot be topped.
Stu Mashwitz, I see your Rosa teeth joke. Yeah, I see your Brooklyn Nine-Nine joke, and I raise you. Nope, I check you. That's a really good call out. Sorry, I couldn't let that just sit there in the chat, not referenced.
That is phenomenal. All right, let's put these both here. Let's call this the Jaws, spelled correctly. Perfect. All right. So this Jaws group, we've got to recenter its thing. Can you recenter the mesh? No, you can't like that, can you?
And the chat started screaming.
For a group? No. Okay. Fine. I'll transform this so I can basically take these teeth. All right. Uncheck that. Now we've got this little group, okay? We've got our Jaws group and we've got our cheetah running mesh thing. So I'm going to scale down these teeth and kind of figure out where they would work on this monster. I love this thing. And also this shading makes it very like stop mo.
Can we get this 3D printed immediately for our desks?
Yes. This is our new mascot.
This is our new VFX and Chill mascot.
Jaws, okay, whereabouts are their teeth? What are we thinking? How much forehead do they have?
Cover that hole, man. Well, hang on, let's see.
See, like in theory, they'd go over the hole, right? But
they're real hunched over. I feel like,
they've got a big they've got their like hackles really up, right? Or they're
It's
okay. Either way, what I'm going to do now is
Can you see the stream?
Yeah. So they've got. Okay, maybe a little.
Are you able to hunch the like cheetah's body a little bit to where it's a little more of a?
I think we could. So let's go back to our poor cheetah mesh in point mode. Okay, and now I'm going to go to my mesh brush grab. This is the kind of modeling I know how to do. I know no other way to do anything related to modeling. So I'm just grabbing these points and pushing them together-ish. There's literally
Hashi just walked back in like Donald Glover in that scene from Community with the pizza and everything's on fire. Todd Vaziri just walked back in like, what the hell is Hashi making? Sorry, continue with your abomination of this cheetah.
Okay, so we've got, I don't know, these little skinny little deer legs. And all I'm concerned about is the silhouette here.
Yeah.
This isn't a super high fidelity model or anything like that.
I think if you push that stomach upward, so it's not right now, it's still got a belly, and I think what we want it to do is
like a
bend.
Let's see. Oh, that piece of poly is not connected to that piece of poly. What the heck?
Classic dismembered cheetah problem.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna be super happy with this shape right here, and I'm gonna take these teeth right here, and I'm going to go try to find the. I hid the skeleton, didn't I? Where are you hidden?
Always hide the skeleton.
Hide the skeleton.
Oh, that's
pro tip. All right, so that's the tail.
Thank you, Stu, for taking constant screenshots of this session.
Nice. If this comes up in a performance review at work, I swear, you guys. All right, we're going to connect. So we found the neck bone connected to the clavicle bone. So we're going to go and grab these teeth right here. Actually, while they're stationary, let's go ahead and animate them a bit. I'm going to make a short little loop where they look at this. This is I'm very good at animation. Look, I'm going to keyframe the bottom and top things, and then I'm going to keyframe them closed again at the end. there's no better way to do this in this program. And here we'll open. Wait, did I really not move the axis of these? I swear I moved him.
I thought you did.
Bottom. Okay. What was I keyframing? Okay. So
just quietly close Cinema 4D, and we'll just do a title sequence for the rest of the episode. It's okay.
Okay. Slightly opening jaw there. Let's record that. Look at that. Look at that beautifulness. Okay. See this lovely chomping jaw we've created. Now I'm going to take this whole group and find a frame where it was kind of aligned. Kind of right
Red Giant's
here,
official
maybe.
Statement, by the way, is we would like to officially say there is a better way to do it in this program. Red Giant is distancing itself from us already. Episode
we've
1.
Been disavowed. All right. So I've dragged the whole Jaws group into this neck group. And my hope is, Seth, that if I play this back now.
Oh.
And we hide. Wait, I can't hide the skeleton because you won't see the teeth then.
Oh, you won't?
Because now the teeth are now in the skeleton.
Okay, can you not turn the skeleton? Oh, they're in.
I could individually do that, but who has the time? This is boring. Okay, I'm going to save this monster, and luckily I iterated it, so we're now still on monster version 1. And right now, this is a skin.
Oh, hey, Jason Diamond has a good question
animated.
that I want answers to. Wouldn't you want to push the skeleton spine upwards to create the hunch instead of just the polys?
That's quite possible. That's a phenomenal idea. In fact,
if at any point you want me to stop listening to these people, you just tell me.
What do they know?
I ignore them every day. I can do it for another hour.
Okay, so wait. So if I wanted to push all of these 2 spine points up, wait, first of all, let me see what happens to the rest of the. So that stuff would follow through. But what would happen if I just removing this to create a. Let's move to After Effects.
Let's do it, guys.
Zone. All right. I'm just going to save this for a moment here. Let's save this as Monster 1. And he's lovely. The only problem, or she, but the issue that I've got here is that this thing is animated by being a mesh and points, and I don't know how to render things in this program. This is what I would get. It's there's our mascot, Seth.
Wow.
Right here.
And my daughter has joined the chat and has picked the perfect time to join the chat to reinvigorate her nightmares with this thing.
Say, you get paid for this? All right. I'm going to grab this whole group and I'm going to see if this works. Can I bake this whole thing as an albemic and delete it?
That's what I want to know. Show us. Can you tell us real quick so that the viewers know what you and I both totally know? What is an alembic?
See, I definitely pronounced it correctly. It's pronounced albemic.
What? Zoom in. Wait.
No, it's not. It's not.
I've been saying alembic my entire.
It is an alembic. But,
it's one of those I haven't had to say out loud before.
But the cool kids. Run with the wind kids. So what that is it's basically taking all the animation properties and making kind of like an instance of them that is getting applied to the original mesh. And the reason that I did that is because I want to bake this into an object with point level animation. That means I want to know where all the individual points on this cheetah skin are being driven by the skeleton. But the easy way for me to know that is that I right click and I say that thing, and then I kind of get the thing that I want. So hopefully what I can do is I could now grab this whole group, right? And say, make editable or C. And now, did I lose all my animation? I did. What did I do? I swear I had a plan going in.
I mean, Hashi, I think there's a lot of things that happened along the way.
What happened? What happened? I liked where I was going, and then I got very confused.
What are you going to do about the fur? You're not going to do it in here?
I'm not going to do it in here because that would require learning something new. And I'm frankly not
I'm
a
very curious
learn
how you're
new
going to do
things
it.
kind of person.
It's
So
12:51. We have about 39 minutes left. So I'm curious to
39
know in After
minutes.
Effects how you plan to do it. So how
That's
long
a
is it going to
good
take you to get
point.
this crap figured out?
All right, let's do the ignore the teeth version for a second. So my running cheetah, I thought I could now what do I do if I say that? I tried just doing that bake thing on just that mesh. Okay, there we go.
It's
Now we've
happening.
got that going. All right.
Finally, it looks good.
Finally. Okay. So now that I've done that, I think that I can just take this object and make it editable. Letter C. There we go. And now, wait, and now there's still that tag. So I think, what do I do? Let's see, if I go to my timeline and I put this mesh on there. Oh, he doesn't have point level animation, does he? Bake I'm going to try selecting this guy and baking him. Bake objects with their point level animation and create a copy.
They're frying this thing to hell.
Wait, let's see what happens. So now do I have... There we go. Look at that. I got rid of the galembalik by going to my timeline and doing the classic bake animation with point level animation selected. That'll make sense later, I swear. So I'm going to save that. Let's do this really fast in After Effects now. Let's create a new HD composition.
Hey, we just saw something. Have you been doing this in your spare time?
We saw it. I might have tried this ahead of time. Found out. Okay, let's see. Let's do.
And yet it still is going like it's going, guys.
Still going.
Take that encouragement. Hashi's tried this already.
I love that I tried this already and did it in like 10 minutes, and now we're an hour into this program.
Hey, dude, you've already accomplished more than I would have been able to accomplish. We are, so everyone knows, he's firing up. You'll tune in and watch us work. You'll see us, Hashi and I, regularly using Video Copilot's FX console to find things. So if you get curious as to why we're not navigating to the effects panels and things like that, we're using a free plugin from Video Copilot that we like.
Exactly. And now I've created a new solid in After Effects, and I am applying Trapcode Form, which is basically, it's similar to particular, but it's an array of particles. And one of the sources of your array of particles can be a 3D model. Whoops, under the base form, you can use a 3D model. And now that Cinema and Red Giant plugins like to play together very well, I can go over and say, let's choose a model. I'll add a new model, and I'm going to load up my wherever I saved him. Monster.
So are you using, do you use the builder in Form? Or the designer?
I do. I sometimes use the designer.
I've used it
all right
way more lately than over the past couple of years than I used to. You'll
all right.
see.
So yeah, the design. No, absolutely. Yeah, the designer window is a way that you can kind of more interactively see what you're getting over here. So right now, I think in the designer, it's not previewing the animation of this character. So I'm going to close out of that for now. And let's go with, let's scale this thing up just twice the scale of what it was when it came in. I can do math. And you'll see that it looks like a little wireframe of this character. I'm going to add a camera to this, Control-Alt-Shift-C, or Command-Alt-Shift-C.
What's happening there?
And then, so it looks like I must have we're getting some cool points over here.
Eyes
So
and a
there are probably
nose. That's all.
that's cute. So there's some things I didn't delete from the original. Let's see what we got here. We have, jumping back over to cinema for a second. Oh, there's a handful of cute little points over here. Now, if I can I just select and kill them all over here in my cheetah thing, or can I just delete the skeleton for the most part?
Thing. Boom, 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 boom.
All right.
Is my mic on? Oh no.
Seth's mic has been off the entire time. So let's see. I'm going over to my jaws top and bottom here in animate mode, and I'm just going to say functions. Let's bake these. Is this the right thing to do? I want to bake all of their animation that's coming from the skeleton, and just saying okay.
I think "is this the right thing to do" is going to be our new show tagline.
Is this the right thing? So, okay. So here's what I think I did. If
Another tagline.
Let's incrementally save. All right. Okay. Moment of truth. If I play this back, I think. Oh, it didn't connect. What were you thinking?
In this time, you could have turned off visibility on all the skeleton.
I could have. But why am I getting those extra points though? I don't know where they're coming from. I see them. I see you. I don't like you. I don't. So
to those of you, by the way, in the chat who are asking, like, hey, this is really advanced. Is there any chance of doing something in After Effects? Yes, 100%. We came in hot this first episode.
We did.
Don't worry. Like, I'm part of this show. We're going to get plenty of overly simplified, very accessible and easy, not easy, but like much more moderate to possibly beginner, intermediate tutorials. Anyway, we still see in our eyes. Hey, but no jaws.
No jaws. No jaws. Let's just quickly look at what Form can do with a baked animation like this. Now, over here under the base form, we've chosen 3D model. And then slightly below that, you have the option of 3D model settings. And so right now it says the particles are coming from the edges, but I'm going to change that to coming from the vertices, which will put a nice point on everything that we have. So if you play that back, basically you're just getting a, wait, where'd our animation go?
I believe you have to go into, oh man, I can't see. Can you zoom in on your form there for me?
Let's see here. I'm going, oh, you know what? I'm going to totally cheat. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat my cheetah. All right. I've replaced it with a different form model.
What do you do differently here?
So what I did differently here is that first one had all of the animations still applied as a skeleton and not applied to the point level animation. And now we've got, here's what we wanted. Form rendering a single particle on every vertice of this monster, which is delightful. And in the interest of making some time savings here, let's open up Photoshop if I can. Let's create a little, I'm gonna drag it over here.
So we're not seeing, oh yeah, we are, there we are.
Hey, Photoshop, everyone. Let's double click on the background to make it a layer, and so I can make it transparent. And hey, let's make use of my Cintiq now. Let's grab a brush. Let's go to its shape dynamics. Great. How big is this brush? All right, I'm gonna try to draw over my microphone here.
It looks like you're drawing on me. Hashi, let's watch those hands there, sir.
All right, look at this excitingness. This is my studied
marijuana plant.
Yes, what do we got? Let's scale that down a little bit. Okay. I'm sure there's a, like a brush. I miss the old, just the grass creation brush is what I need
Or
here.
a song we could play, probably.
Yes. All
Uh,
right. The lines are exciting to
hey,
see.
while you're doing this, Hashi, what specs are you running over there on your computer?
What specs am I running? This is an amazing machine that I have from Puget sent me this. And let me see if I can show you.
I mean, you keep going.
Do-do-do-do-do.
We can come back to specs
I'll
later. I
keep
didn't know those.
going. All right, that's for that amount of time. Boom. So yeah, I got this amazing system from Puget, which has been super supportive of very high quality machines that are fast. I'm just throwing a promo right into the middle of this, but if you give me a free computer, I might mention you.
So, guys, if you're out there, please send us your free computers, and we will talk about you.
All right, so
That's
look
it.
at look at this. I'm making a cool, funky little brush thingy. All right, so we've got this little fur-tastic ball right here, and with a little more work, you could make that super exciting. But let's save this as maybe a TIFF. We'll call it a hairball sprite. And I'm going to use some slight RLE compression on that. I used to constantly use PNGs for stuff, but they've been getting a lot of hate on the internet recently.
How come? Wait, why are we
Um,
canceling PNGs? What did they say?
Supposedly they are very computationally expensive, even though they seem ideal. But so
So TIFF
but
is the way to go?
supposedly they're not. So I'm going with a TIFF or an EXR with compression, and apparently that's good. You guys can fight in the chat about it. I don't
This
know.
has
I
been
was I was PNG gang for a very long time. So I've brought in this single
we're getting into
hairball
extensions now. Yeah.
sprite over here, and I'm going to go back to form where I'm going to go to the particle settings and switch this to sprite. Once I've selected sprite, I'm going to go down to the
This is my
texture
favorite
and
part.
I'm going to select the hairball sprite.
This is my favorite part because it either
So,
looks so
so
good or so bad all
yes.
of a sudden.
So this is wild. So what's happening is way down on the micro level, there's a teeny copy of
Turn that size up.
that hairy sprite right here. All right, let's turn the size up. The moment you've all been waiting for.
It's happening.
Oh, look, you guys, they had a plan that totally worked in like 10 minutes last time, but I couldn't figure it out this time. Woo! Okay, so under particle settings, I'm going to go to my particle density. I don't think I need this high of a particle density. Let's just find a comfy amount where we get a cool shape. And now, not only is this a cool shape, this is a computationally very simple object because all it's doing is it's multiplying this sprite a bunch of times to where the vertices are. They're not even really 3D. They're facing the camera right now, unless I disable that mode. But let's
With
take
fur,
a
especially,
little.
you can get away with it because there's just so much chaos to it. And you're not doing close-ups.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm going to
size
change
random.
the size random a bit. I might even turn up the size even a bit more. And I'm going to rotate all, let's see, under rotation, I can add some random rotation to all of the hair. Look at that. So these are just randomly rotated, something like that.
Man, I
I
really
think I'll
want
turn the
those
size
jaws
back
now.
down
How are we going to get
again.
those jaws back?
We'll figure it out. We'll get them in here. All right. So look at this.
Shut up and be grateful for the
Got
hair.
a running
That looks
thing.
great.
All right. So let me see here. I'm going to replace this because when I tried this earlier, I swear it looked better. I don't know why. Oh, that's fun. See, just a little bit more texture. All right. So we got to get our teeth back because we work very hard for these teeth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in and I'm going to save an additional copy of this. I'm going to save this project as teeth only. Oh, Seth, I imported Monster 1, didn't I, when I tried this a second ago?
Yeah.
Maybe this all worked.
I don't remember.
It doesn't matter. I'm deleting the skin of this cheetah.
God, you haven't done enough to this cheetah already.
This poor thing. See, like after all that, I'm just getting rid of it. It's just gone.
Deleting the
Okay.
skin of this cheetah. If you're just tuning in, we're deleting the skin of this cheetah, and we're attempting to extract its teeth while leaving its skeleton, or the opposite.
Let's save this project. And now I think what this is, it's a beautifully running thing. But let's slow down this animation a bit. Let me. A
few people may have just tuned in. We're trying to recreate the creatures from Attack the Block. Sorry, I'm not as smooth as Elvis Mitchell is on KCRW's The Treatment. Right back to C4D.
All right. So where do I see? Let me see. Let's go to the animate settings. That opens it up in a different window, doesn't it? Okay. I want to stretch out the animation of this guy. No, why am I in that? Every time I switch layouts, it defaults to my other monitor. All right. So I want to bake everything here. So let's just say, wait, can I bring just the root object down and then say bake?
Hey, Andrew Shane, I see you out there.
Andrew. All right, I'm going to try to bake everything from this whole section and see what happens then. Object 7, copy. Pretend I labeled this all really well before, guys.
You did it.
Hey, running
That'll be
teeth.
my episode. My episode will be just like 90% labeling and organizing and 10% apologizing for not accomplishing any effects.
Ugh. All right, let's save this as the teeth only, which it's already saved as. And I think I'm going to now bring in another Trapcode plugin. So let's add a new solid over here. Let's add a new solid. And then I am going to apply, again, using the FX console by Video Copilot to bring up my filters. Let's bring up an instance of Mirror.
Not Miracle Alpha Cleaner? What was that?
Miracle Alpha Cleaner. I'm not positive, but I feel like I should have applied that more often in my life.
I feel like I should have applied it. I don't know.
All right, now you wait while I live crash a thing.
Wait.
All right, so we got
For our lives to be over.
So Mirror brings in this default Mirror sheet. Now, Mirror is a crazy plugin for generating kind of fractal surfaces as opposed to a bunch of individual particles and whatnot. It's like putting an object into a space that can be fractally influenced. But you don't have to just use a plane or something like that. In fact, you can choose a 3D model just like you can with the others. So let me add a teeth only comp. And once it's available down here, let's see what we get.
Do me a quick fave and save. New t-shirts coming. VFX and Chill. Fave and save. Do me a fave and save.
Okay. Monster. All right. So now we have this layer of mirror. Oh, and we've got these things again. Where do they come from?
And they're going to show up in my dreams with those teeth.
They are. Okay. So we've got some teeth in here, but we've got a little bit of an issue of these rigged points. Now I'm curious where these are in 3D space in relation to where the what forms 3D space is. So clearly these don't like each other. Okay, so in theory, we've brought in some teeth and some monster, but these things are throwing it off. So under mirror, I'm going to go to my 3D model settings. I'm going to uncheck normalize because maybe that has something to do with it. Its inherent size. No, it doesn't. Let's say normalize, and then let's go ahead and create a null. I like these nulls in Mirror because they allow you to just have a null handle on everything, move it around, and kind of figure out where it was supposed to live in the first place. So we've got, what do we have here?
Is there a reason you want to do this in Mirror and not in Form? I mean, I get that Form you're generating the solid mesh, but if you did in Form, wouldn't it just show up automatically where you needed it to be?
That's a fun idea. Let's do that. Let's go to our
go to your Form, and it'll actually blend in with the go to that Form
be instance. In with the hair, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if we are on all right, we're eliminating Mirror. We're going back to Form, and then under here we want to wait. Let me think about this. So yeah,
no. Go to Wait.
In the designer.
Maybe go to the designer. I can't remember what all you changed, but I would go to the designer and I'd duplicate that original form over on the side. So click that drop down and do duplicate. Yeah, and then change your 3D model there. And then you can just change all the particles and stuff as you see fit.
All right. So let's, instead of this model, we'll choose, let's see, do they share a thing? Yeah, they do. So teeth only. Right.
Look at those creepy.
A little warning is that it's not going to preview, I think, in
Well, yeah,
here,
well, if you go to particle, change your particle from your black sprite, change it to like a blue.
Oh yeah, let's see. Actually, let's see what sprites we have, because we might have we have a scary wolf teeth particle, an ornament.
I mean, you're going to have teeth making up the teeth. It'll be teeth made of other teeth.
Wow. Look at this.
Also kind of beautiful.
Look at that.
Hang that on the Christmas tree. We're done.
Yeah, that's at least NFT worthy. Well, NFT jokes, they're still hip.
They're already outdated, already expired. You just said it. And,
damn it.
Yeah. Depreciated in value immediately.
Okay, particle density.
Hashi, do you have any NFTs?
No.
They're all copyrighted material, right? You work exclusively with trademarked properties, correct?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got
Christmas beast.
A Christmas. Okay. I have a more different idea.
Okay.
What was our monster running that worked? It was
Monster 2, right?
It was our cheetah. All right. So Monster 2, this was the one that had the mesh was doing its own thing. And the teeth were just annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to delete all the hard work teeth stuff. And then I'm going to also do this. I'm going to select this scary group of points. Face hole. And then I'm going to select, come now. There you are. Okay. Invert. If I get rid of all of these, wait, why did I have? All right. I want to just have that one ring left, one ring to creep them all out. Okay. Did I properly get rid of? Okay, what I thought I did was I deleted all the points except for the teeth ones, but I'm not sure if that worked properly. So let's save this as a teeth maybe thing.
Hey, the Dream guy out there has fun questions about making the sprites wiggle, more organic look to make it look like moving further than wiggle. So what you could do actually is you could animate your sprite and have it loop. If you want, it's one way. You could animate the sprite with distortion or displacement or whatever.
That is a fantastic idea.
Have it wave. You can also do some rotation stuff, I believe, in Form as well. But I would mess with the sprite first.
All right.
Oh, hey, bud. The reason the form thing didn't work earlier is because normalize was turned on, right? Like, is there a reason or are you just trying to what are you trying to do right now?
What I'm trying to do is I'm going to try to see if I can delete all the points except for that point hole. Yeah, here's one of those things where it'd be fun if I described what I was doing ahead of time, right? All right, so
Your teeth, you
I
don't have
loaded
a.
in.
Oh, I'm going to shut up.
So what I'm hoping was that I thought that I deleted all the points except for this
The
handful of
face hole.
vertices right here. And
Why?
then so I could have a second instance of form within here that was just generating teeth on these vertices and nowhere else.
You're trying to
And
recreate teeth from scratch now?
now I'm going with teeth from scratch now because
But hey, I think
hoping it
you
would
can
work
make
better.
the other teeth we had before work. And go with me here if you want to.
Yes.
You can do what you're doing, or we can try it
I want to
Worley's
try
way.
what I want to try the whirly way.
Whirly's Way. Welcome to Whirly's Way. God, I wish I had a pre-made intro for Whirly's Way.
Whirly's
So,
way.
just be cartoon animals walking down a country road. So, let's go back to using that OBJ or that Cinema 4D file that you had, the teeth only, and let's make sure that we're like all the normalizing and such matches like what we were
Sure.
doing before with the furry dude.
Okay, so let me turn that one off. We've just got this one master form. We sized him automatically when he came in, and also there was a normalized checked. So I'm going to uncheck that normalize.
Oh,
Let's see how
no,
big.
no. Oh, okay. I was just saying, go back. Sorry, don't ruin the hairy body. Like, let's just make sure that our teeth match all those settings so that the teeth go where they're supposed to go.
All right, so we've got.
You got to resize them.
Oh yeah, resize. I thought I undo hiked to the right spot, but I didn't. All right. So first of all, everyone, we got it. We got to just love this furry body. If you learn nothing else, which you may not. Okay. What am I doing here? You want me to add mirror again?
Oh wait, crap. Oh, I was wrong. Turn normalize off. You were right there. You were going somewhere really correct. You knew what you were doing. You want to have you don't want to be normalizing it or the teeth.
You know what would be really cool is if all of these trap code plugins existed in the same space. That would be a really cool idea for someone to do.
Yeah,
It
would be.
What was I looking for? I was looking for the 3D model settings.
Wait, go up.
Why did I? Oh, here we go. Don't normalize this time. But how big does that make it? Is it really big or is it really small? Oh, it's ginormous.
Yeah.
Well, it's still kind of cool. Oh, except that it's.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, though, if it's not normalized, but then can't I scale it down now?
Yeah.
In the universal settings, or should I go scale down the original?
No.
One file.
So, yeah, you can scale it down over in the. Just scale the emitter. Don't scale the.
Well, normally you can, except that when you uncheck normalize, you lose your.
Oh, really?
Scale options. So I'm going to uncheck that, but then I'm going to go down to my world transform, since the teeth would have the same thing, and say, like, make those 10% the size.
So let's see if we can bring our teeth in now, and then we can adjust all the particles. Well, first, actually, let's see if our particles can get big enough to what we need them to be.
All right. So our particles should be back here, and they should be bigger.
Oh,
look at that. These are ginormous, but also the whole world is scaled. So I don't know if it's thinking any harder to do this. Hopefully not.
Not on your computer, it's not.
All right. So yeah, there we still got furry running body guy.
Okay, now let's create a new instance of form. Don't do the duplication thing that I did. That was dumb. Just add a new form and use the teeth only as your.
All right. So let me say apply, and then for the. All right, so the base form should be a 3D model setting. Whoops. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we've got, what did I do here? So we want a 3D model, choose model, and we're gonna try that teeth, maybe.
I don't see anything on teeth.
Oh,
Maybe.
not that one. The other one, right?
Yeah.
The teeth only.
Teeth only. Teeth maybe is my private detective name.
Teeth, maybe private eye.
Oh, we're gonna get teeth, eyes, and nose. That's okay.
That's okay.
Now, particle
That's okay.
type, I would say don't think about teeth. Think about just creating a material for. So, like, I would do just like a sphere.
Oh yeah. So
and
like,
color it blue, man, and turn up the size and do faces. Yeah. You're getting there. You're doing it. It's
faces.
happening.
Okay. So faces. I'm gonna jump out of here for a second to see what we got here. So is that the teeth in the middle of the body?
Up real big. Let's see if we see them.
Okay, let's see. So we've got, so to recap, we've got 2 instances of form and one is here. We're going to uncheck its normalize settings, right?
Yeah.
And now we're going to check its particle sizes because they're very small. Okay, let me make them bigger and I'm going to turn off the other ones for a second. Are they coming in anywhere? Okay, normalize. It's not normalized. Is it, can I uncheck relative to? Oh, Seth, we were so close. This would work.
Relative to master. Uncheck that. Does that do anything?
Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, look at that.
Yeah, it's happening now.
Oh God, that was brilliant. Okay, so relative to master,
I had help
for
what it's worth. I've got lots of texts coming at me.
This is amazing. All right, and also just because because we've done all of this groundwork with you fine folks, this is something that we could probably tidy up and make coherent, like we knew what we were talking about.
Yeah, we could.
Okay, let's.
Why don't you make it blue and then turn your transparency back on so we can see the body too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we can still see it.
All right. All right. Let's turn these like
They're like a
blue
cyan.
like that.
That's hey, colorblind, my pal. That's purple.
Purple.
So let's pull that down toward green. Pull it down. Yeah, keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. Keep going. Stop. Yeah. Let's go right there. Maybe go up a hair. Yeah, right there. Let's brighten. We'll brighten up later. It's fine.
Let's see. So I was thinking that if I set these to an additive blend mode, they would start to do that. Add is terrible.
Never do
thing.
Add. Do screen. Try screen.
So let's try screen, and then now I have the opposite of what I was thinking originally. So let me.
That's what I'm here for.
Perfect. What do I want to do? What if I do this? Just out of curiosity, if I invert these. Oh, I forgot it's the whole thing, huh? It's not just those particles. Okay, what if we make these particles white, but with some shadowlets that are all dark?
Could try that.
All right, shadowlets are a type of setting, type of fake shading that you can do.
Click OK up top.
Oh, whoops. All right. Okay, so for shading, I'm going to add some heavy shadowlets and just say, look at this, you guys.
It's the creepiest nutcracker toy I've ever seen.
See how much, what shadowlets do these amazing things. So let's apply that to these teeth. But now we can go dial our shadowlet settings. We can make these that one. All right, help me with the color again, everyone.
Right there. Right there. A little
and
brighter. I'd saturate it more.
All right, that would be like.
Yeah, down a little bit toward the green, maybe. I think it's. Oh, let's check the real quick. Oh yeah, way more cyan. So way more toward green. Oh, that's in the ballpark. Just a little bit toward green, right there.
All right. So now, if we go to our shading, let's look at our shadowlet settings. So right now the strength is very high. I don't know how. Let's see. Color strength.
Stu just called me a color seeing eye dog for you, which I am 100% okay with.
100%. I love that. And out of curiosity, what would happen if these particles were normal? It doesn't matter, right? Screen. Okay. So what we kind of I love these indicators that I don't know where they're coming from, but they're phenomenal. So let me open up teeth only again real quick. Teeth only. No. So it was already open.
Do you want to ruin everything that is clearly working
I want to
so well?
All right. So why is it that okay, what is showing up? Actually, do we even need?
Just turn all that crap off.
Yeah, what is this? Wait, it's all this stuff, right? I'm just deleting that. I don't know what'll happen now. Teeth. Oh wait, no. Why is it? Why is it a copy? Why is it a copy? Okay. What could go wrong? Here we go. Oh!
Wow. Hi there. It's a me, your teeth.
Hey.
Let's all right.
Yeah. I think that was actually
Now wait, why is that's way far out? Because it should be embedded in the teeth a little more, right? Don't you want to push it back?
Like it should be, yeah. It should be relative to the model.
Oh, he's off to the right a little too. Like he needs to be.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's bring the teeth forward to about. Like, look at this. I know that our model is off, and so many things are off. But what I love about using form for this is that
the automatic occlusion.
Exactly. Oh, Seth, you're brilliant. I should have listened to you earlier.
Those teeth are too big, though. You got to scale those teeth down. That's like,
I know. In all honesty, what we would have done, what would have happened is if we had planned this properly, the two Cinema 4D files would have lined up.
Yeah.
Great to begin with.
If we knew what we were doing. Dude, that's not bad. Holy crap. Now, okay, real quick. We got 1 minute. Really, we can go as long as we want. Minute. But comp-wise, you immediately want to make that blue glow. So, like, what's great is if you drop optical glow on that thing, maybe create like a black solid or something like a gray solid or something in the background.
Let's add a new solid in the background. And
what I love is because that model is black, you're going to be able to do highlights only on an optical glow. I'm getting ahead of us.
No, I love it. Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for.
You have a plate.
My what do I use? Environment.
I wish I would have shot a plate for us today.
We'll use my cabin interior. I'm going to drag that down, and then on this solid here, I'm going to apply trap code horizon. Horizon, I can take and say image map. Use that picture of the inside of my cabin. So look at this. So we'll put that behind the monster thingy. And now as I move this camera around, oh God, what is
Sophia,
that?
No. Oh God, who did you dismember there on the ground?
All right. Wow. Okay. Let me see what else we got.
Hashi just admitted to something horrifying.
I know this was never supposed to be in evidence, everyone. Let me replace this with, what else do we got? Outside a jungle?
Yeah.
Jungle is exciting enough. All right. So now
we turn around and there's like 3 more dead bodies.
I always take a 360 cap just to re-savor that moment, everyone. Okay. So now on this guy, we can apply optical glow is what you're going to mention, right?
Yeah, because it has a really great feature called highlights only. That if we just turn this up to like 50 or something, boom, it will make only the highlights glow.
Oh wait, why am I drawing? I'm drawing. you guys, I tried to add this plugin so I could do some exciting things.
Look at that.
Okay. So glow right around there, and we're going to change the alpha channel to an unmulted extend like that. And now let me zoom in on this. Actually, let me zoom out. All right. For the horizon thing, this is a low quality 360 map. So I'm just going to add some camera blur to it, just to pretend that it didn't look so bad. Blur it up. There we go. And now we've got let's rename these. Let's name this the monster, and we'll call this the background. And now we've got this semi 3D-ish monster.
Semi-usable attack the block monster.
Absolutely. And in fact, if we were in here, let me see if I can select the, let's see, there's some polygon selections in here somewhere. Okay, so we've got, I want to quickly grab the polygon selections that are all the dark areas and see what happens if I just delete them. Oh no, that's just deleting the tag.
We got to wrap it up soon. So
we got to wrap it up. Good point. Let's go back. I feel like this is fascinating. I love this. So we've got our exciting running thing. Now, one thing that got a little bit messed up is I had stretched out the animation for once. Yeah. We're getting the stop motion effect. Again, one of the benefit
it worked for Spider-Verse. It's okay.
It did. The benefit of having known where we were going with this, with the using the same cinema file to drive these both, would have been phenomenal. Why aren't you looping? Why don't you loop?
Well, we'll figure it out some other time. Guys,
we'll figure it out some other time. Anyway.
Thank you for watching VFX and Chill this week. And I say this week because this is a weekly show. We're going to do this all the time.
It is. It's exciting. Come back. Tell your friends. Come back to heckle and whatever you can do. So we appreciate it.
Real quick, let's see. Would love to, as we go, Michael, do we have a list of just a quick recap of stuff that we learned today? So today we learned how to import from Sketchfab directly into Cinema 4D. We learned how to combine meshes together. We learned how to selecting teeth for materials. We learned how to pronounce a limbic. We all did. We all learned. We learned about baking to point level animation. Hashi, can you see the Slack?
I can now.
Okay.
So yeah. We learned how to make a hair sprite in Photoshop. You apply it in form, and multiplying it out is really cool. We also almost learned how to bring those animated teeth in using Mirror, and then realized that a better solution would be using a second form system. So another benefit and lastly, optical glow. You should add that to everything because it makes everything lovely. So yeah.
So options for episode titles today. Michael has put together a selection based from the chat and based on us talking. How to cheetah at visual effects. Rosa teeth. How long is it going to take you to figure this crap out? Is this the right thing to do? Hairy sprites and the fang faces, and teeth. Ooh. Maybe. All really good options.
Those are phenomenal. Yeah, leave your favorite of those options in the chat, and we'll ignore them.
Yeah, we'll ignore them and wait to see which ones we pick. Maybe in the future we'll pick this on episode, but we're running over a little bit today. Oh my gosh, I should have prepped our credits. In the future episodes, I'll be able to prep our credits. But thank you so much to everybody involved. Thank you for everybody watching. Please tune in next week so you can hear all the people that are involved with this show. I'm Seth Worley.
I'm Hashi.
That's it, only Hashi. Thank you so much for joining us. You can find us all over the place. Just search for us. We're pretty famous.
Yeah, you'll find us. Right.
Thank you, guys.
Amazing.
We'll see you next week,
everybody.
same time.
Thank you.